Hi, my name's NatashaJohn-Baptiste. Today we're focusing on harnessing AI to transform your writing journey. I really look forward to working with you through this course, and it's amazing how we can use AI to help us, not to write the story because that's cheating, in my opinion, but how we can use or utilize AI to help us to write our stories or help you on your journey to writing. The intentions of this workshop is that we want you to embrace your creativity along with innovation. So we know that AI is innovative. So we're going to be utilizing AI to help us along our writing journeys, but not to do the work for us. Okay. So by using the power of AI, we can enhance our writing process. So what we're going to do in this course, we're going to approach this journey with an open mind and be ready to explore new tools and techniques that can help us to elevate our storytelling, character development, and overall writing skills. So that's the whole point and intention of this writer's course. So I am Natasha John Baptiste, and yes, I am empowering you to elevate yourself, to become your best self. I am a part of NatashaJohn-Baptiste.com. The reason why I decided to amalgamate my NatashaJohn-Baptiste.com is because I'm a multifaceted entrepreneur, which means that I am not just based in one area. So I am an author and I have written 9 books up till now, and I'm working on another one as well at the minute. And I just feel that sharing what I know with others is really important. So that's where one thing about history came into it, OTAH, OTAH, as well as I am a life coach where I empower through trauma-informed practice as well as through life. So I empower people to elevate, to transform, to become better versions of themselves. So I work in that area, as well as I have a skincare range and my singing. For all of you that know me, know that I do sing and I have albums and so forth. So I just thought that I would amalgamate everything together on the one Natasha John Baptiste platform in order to have everything available in one space. And this AI writing or writing in general, I do writers' workshops and things of that kind. And this is there to help you, to enable you to write your stories using AI. That's the one thing about history element of Natasha John Baptiste. So let me know who you are in the comments, because I will be putting this up on my other pages. So hopefully you can tap into it there, or you can buy this course, or you have bought this course online. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from. So the objects of this AI or introduction to AI writing is that you will be able to use various applications of AI in your writing process. You'll also learn some practical skills for integrating AI tools into your writing, as well as gaining hands-on experience with AI assisted writing tools. And all of you will explore creative and promotional aspects of using AI in your writing. This quote says, "Every act of creation is first an act of destruction." This was Pablo Picasso that said this. And it's the truth, isn't it? A lot of people are saying AI is going to destroy everything, is going to take over. But is it? I mean, I have been using AI. We are actually feeding and teaching the machine how to progress with the questions and the way that we use it. But all of us are different. All of us are individuals. None of us are going to be the same. So what the lovely thing about AI is that it finds the essence of who we are and works with us in that way. But every act of creation is first an act of destruction. So, as creatives, the way that we possibly thought before, when it maybe comes to writing or in many other areas, that we have to forget some of those old ideas and embrace the new ones. This is what this is speaking about, and this is what has to be done. We need to forget some forms of the way that we thought and move on to newer things. So, what is your definition of AI? What I want you to do is just pause this video for 5 minutes and write down what your definition of AI is. I don't want you looking on on your phones to find out either, okay? Your definition of AI. Okay. So artificial intelligence, that's what AI stands for. And the definition of AI is it's a set of technologies that enable computers to perform a variety of advanced functions, including the ability to see, understand, and translate spoken and written language, analyzing data, and making recommendations. So it can it can translate. That's one thing. So whereas before we used to have to probably go to a translator, AI is capable of translating your work. So that's a really good thing, isn't it? It can also translate or the written language, or it understands written language. So if we're writing things down, we don't have to speak into it. We can just write things down. It can analyze what we're telling it. It can, like it says, analyze data as well. Uh, Now, because we're moving into the newer era of AI, it can actually go online and search the web and find the things that we need. And it can also, if we ask it a question, it can make recommendations. It can answer our questions for us as well. So if any area of our writing we might be having a bit of a problem, a bit of trouble, we can even ask it to edit and look at the work and make recommendations. We can ask it, what do you think of this piece of writing? It will analyze it, let us know, and make a recommendation. That is what AI does, but it does so much more now because obviously we're probably in beta phase 5 of AI and it's only getting better and better. So I'll give you a brief history of AI, artificial intelligence. It does have a rich and dynamic history, and it does span several decades. So it's marked by key developments and breakthroughs. I'm going to ask you this question. How long do you think AI has been around? How long do you think AI has been around for? Well, AI was introduced by this man here, Alan Turing, and he had the idea of computers simulating human intelligence. Now we know that computers can do this, right? Machinery, all these things. We've seen these robots now that can run and do tricks and all sorts of things. So it's a computer that can copy humans, basically. That is what it does. And Alan Turing developed this in 1950. So, can we use AI then to generate stories? Well, of course we can. That's the whole purpose of us looking into this and doing this actual course. So, the relevance of it for writing then, by using AI in our writing process, we as writers can enhance our creativity. We can streamline our work and produce a higher quality of work. So using AI tools, they kind of act as a go-between, as someone that we can collaborate with. Can give us insights and assist us and empower us to write, to push the boundaries of our craft. And this is a great thing, isn't it? Because sometimes we can get a little bit stuck and sometimes we do need the assistance. So it's like asking for that assistance and also helping us to come outside of our comfort zone. So, as it says there, to push the boundaries of our craft. So, we're not getting AI to write a story for us, but we're going to collaborate with it. It's just like, if you've got a team of people and everyone's bouncing ideas off of each other, that's primarily what AI is doing. Okay, it's providing that valuable insight and helping us, and we're bouncing ideas off of each other, and it will come up with something you think, oh yeah, that's really good. And it might get us to think outside of what we might have thought in the first place. So then us as writers, our concepts aren't limited because it could always be dependent on our upbringing. It could be anything that there's a little section that we might not be too aware of. And this is what AI can open us up to infinite possibilities. That is what it is. It pushes us beyond just reaching to one level. It moves us further along, and that's what we want to utilize AI to do. Okay, but like I said, it's not utilizing AI, not giving it one instruction, oh, write me a story, and it will do that. Because one, as we're going to go on and see, it's not as simple as that. And two, there comes a point where AI gets tired and it will not give you any more because it can see that you're not putting anything in. Okay, it can do that as well. So we've got to be balanced, and we still need to be creative in the process. We can't just ask AI to do the work for us, because then is it coming from us or is it coming from AI? That's the next question. So we've got to be really careful in that area and just help it to help you to develop, give you prompts and nudges as to where you've got to go within your writing process. So let's look at this now. AI, it can help us generate ideas. So we might be stuck. We might have half of an idea and we think, oh, I need a little bit more help. How can AI help me to do this? It can also help us develop characters. So I might say, oh, my character's got ginger hair, they're a lonesome wanderer, and they're lost in the woods. That might just be an idea that I have. What AI is going to do is going to push me further into more character development. Can you see in that picture you've got the sketches, but then that full picture of what a character might be? You might miss some things. This character's got freckles, or they're living on the breadline, or anything. It's going to help us develop our characters more. And if we do like insights that they're giving us, then that's great. But we don't have to take everything, but it can be utilized to help us to really have a fully rounded out personality or character. And also, what I love about AI is the fact that it can proofread and edit things for us. So maybe we might struggle with grammar, for instance. AI can help us to um, look at these things and give us a more polished manuscript. Bit of caution, you've got to be really specific with AI. So if we're American English, then you've got to be specific, write this in American English, or look at this from an American English point of view, or we've really got to be specific in that sense. Otherwise, the writing and editing won't make sense. And if you don't want it edited and you just want it proofread, then you can ask AI to do that for you as well. Content structuring. Now, in one of my writing courses, I help people to structure the book. So someone might be lost. How do I get this started? Well, you can give AI the concept and it will come up with the content structure if that's what you want. So you might say to AI, right, I'm writing a book on such and such. I want it to be 20 chapters long. Can you help me structure this in a way that it's cohesive and that it makes sense? Yeah. But don't forget, even when we're first starting out writing the book, having all of your plot and everything together, I normally do it in like a Venn diagram way and then start creating the characters and so on and so forth, writing up about 18 chapters and then taking it down to 10. There's many different ways, but AI can help you to do this. It can also help us to gather information, to do the research, and that's a really good thing. However, don't forget everything on the internet isn't so. So always, as I say, some of my other courses, we have 3 points of reference that collaborate with each other, then we know that that piece of information is correct. And it can give us feedback. It can say it's quite nice. AI is quite nice, unless we ask it to be brutally honest, because that's something we can say. Can you please be brutally honest with this piece of writing? Do you think I should bin it, or do you think that I can continue working on it? Can you give me some points of reference? Can you give me some points that need to be worked on? That's how we work that out, okay? These are the wonderful areas in which AI is relevant to our writing, because we know at some point our books are going to be needed to be edited and proofread, but also in the initial stages, if we are having a bit of trouble, then we can ask AI to help us with these things, especially when it comes to things of idea generation. But you have to give it something. It's not just going to come up with all of the answers and the ideas for you. So, how can we use AI to brainstorm and create ideas? Prompts, new ideas, or expanding on existing ones. It can provide a starting sentence or idea for us. We're going to look a bit more at that. Suggest further developments or variations. So we might get to a point and we're so stuck and we think, right, where can I take this idea? Where can I take this concept? How can I further it? That's what AI can help us to do. It can give us suggestions. It might take us in an area that we never thought that we'd want to go in, but that's what it can do. So suggest further developments or variations, as well as taking initial concepts and providing diverse perspectives. So remember I said earlier that sometimes, depending on who the person that we are, we might not think in a specific way, or AI will take us outside of the way that we think and, like it says, give us diverse perspective. It can fill in details that maybe we might not be aware of. And also, it will give us ideas that maybe were not so obvious to us. But once we get that idea, we're like, oh, yes, I never thought of that. So let me implement that in my writing. That's exactly what AI does. It's a wonderful tool. It's a wonderful tool, but it's like anything. Don't abuse, shouldn't abuse it because it's there. We still have to have the input. Otherwise, if we don't lose it and rely on AI to do the work for us, only one makes us lazy, and two, it dries us up when it comes to our writing and all those kinds of things. So be very careful in the way that we use AI as a tool. It can also spark new directions or angles for exploration. So it's a bit similar to the step above. But yeah, we might want it to go from the forest to the beach when it might take us from the forest to the mountains. Yeah, in that kind of way. So new directions, new ways of thinking. And what's great for us as writers, we can explore it. And whether we like it or not, that's a different thing. So then if we don't like going from the forest to the mountains, we can still go from the forest to the beach. But at least AI has given us another angle on the writer's journey, on the way to writing our first novel, whatever it is that you want to do. And I'm going to show you as well how we can utilize AI for illustration, so many different graphics, so many different things, okay? So other uses for AI, we can use it on social media. We can use it to write blogs. So writing social media posts and things, writing blogs. We can use it for video scripts and stuff, as well as, like it says there, marketing. Where we used to have 100 people in a team helping us to create something, AI also is lovely on the pocket. Some things, if we pay for it, we're going to get better use out of it. But it really helps us if we are limited with being able to pay other people to do things for us. We can utilize AI to help us create within these various areas, and it's not so harsh on the pocket. AI tools. What I want you to do, I want you to go online and find at least 5 AI platforms that you think might be useful. Now, this was generated in November, this course, and AI has moved on significantly since then. So that's why I want you to go online and find at least 5 AI platforms that you think might be useful. And then you can come back here, pause the video, and come back here. All right, so ChatGPT, everyone's talking ChatGPT these days. A lot of people utilizing this platform to generate ideas, help for research, many different ways in which ChatGPT, it has come a long way that you can utilize it to help. Remember, it's there as an assistant. It's not there to do the work for you. It's there to assist you. There's also Claude, which is another AI platform that you can use. All of them are AI platforms. I'm just going to go through the list that I have here, but there's so many more now, many more platforms that you can go on and use. Plot generator, Scrivener, it gives you a free trial, as well as AI Dungeon. So this is for fantasy simulation. So we know when it comes to writing, there's many different areas of writing as well. So this, in this case, AI Dungeon is for fantasy simulation. Character generator is another one. I'm just going to put them all here. Earbender. So this is for creating art and characters. Ideogram. This is an art generator. A lot of these art generators now have gone on to be able to create video. Okay. We also have Pro Writing Aid, which is a writing assistant, and Hemingway Editor, which makes writing concise and it checks grammar as well. But like I said, I did this course in November, and I'm sure I need to update it, but it's here and let's utilize it. So what I want you to do in your workbook, you have a short story there. What I'd like you to do, this was generated by AI, this story. I gave it a few things that I wanted it to do, or what I wanted the story to be about. Loving Shana analysis. I want you to look at this, and AI did generate it, but there's a twist to it because AI didn't get everything right. So I'll give you as much time to, again, just pause this video and then we can go on and see how well AI did in this situation. This is why I said that you've got to put the work in, because if you're going to write something by AI, it's not all going to be completely correct. So you too have to make sure that what you're putting in is right, so AI can pick up on that, right? Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of mistakes in your work, okay? So pause this video, read through, and I want you to find all of the mistakes that are present in this piece of writing. Pause this video and I'll see you back in class. That was a lovely exercise, wasn't it? And I know that you've got your workbooks, so you will see where all the corrections are in that. Okay. If you're getting the version online, then you won't have the workbook. So I encourage you to get hold of this uh, workshop and see where AI made the mistakes. So AI doesn't do the work for you. It is a tool that's there to help you. Like I've been banging on all the way through this course, AI doesn't do the work for you. All right, it's not going to. We've got to have some form of accountability to the amount of work that we're actually going to do. Remember, we said yes, character generation and all these kinds of things. However, we've got to put in some. So don't expect AI to get you written bestseller, because it's going to be AI's work. So there's another quote here. Success is often the result of stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying new things. For it's through daring exploration that we discover our true potential. And that is so true, isn't it? We do have to step outside of our comfort zone when it comes to trying new things. Yeah. And we've got to dare to explore. Let me think of someone that traveled the world, that had they not traveled and explored, would still be on a different island around the world because no one dared to explore. No one dared to create the aeroplane. The Wright brothers is one, isn't it? Then we'd all be stuck on our islands because someone might not have dared to create a boat, that kind of thing. So we've got to explore to discover our true potential. That's what ChatGPT has said, and it's a beautiful. I love that quote. I think it's really nice. Do we have any questions and answers, anybody? Please, please inbox me and let me know. So I'm NatashaJohn-Baptiste. Thank you very much. There is another point to this course, which is where we go into and I show you how to utilize AI. I will be putting that up on my website, but I do hope that you've enjoyed what I've explained to you today, and I'll see y'all on the other side. You take care, guys. Speak to you soon.